Welcome back to the second channel and welcome to a new series that we will run alongside the player career mode, swapping out pretty much almost every other day. It depends on how things go. Obviously, I don't expect things to go too well on this channel yet, but here we are. We are doing a Youth Academy career mode. Obviously, I did a Youth Academy career mode at the start of FC24 on my main channel. If y'all didn't see that, go back and watch that whole entire series, a very long series. We are going to go ahead and do another Youth Academy on here on this channel, except for the fact that it's going to be in Germany with Freiburg's second team. So possibly playing against Freiburg in the Bundesliga. Now, obviously in real life, I don't think that's even possible, or not possible. I don't think it's legal for that to happen for Freiburg and Freiburg 2 to be in the same league. It's going to be possible in this thing, I'm pretty sure. At least I'm 95% sure it's going to be possible there. But yeah, this is going to be a Youth Academy series, which means only Youth Academy generated players can play in this team. So everybody here you see here on your team is not a youth player. They are all real life players. We are going to sell every single one of them sooner rather than later. If we don't start selling them, I'm going to just release them and I can release them for free. We are going to go ahead and build up through the Youth Academy. I have it so where I can send it to multiple nations if I wanted to. So if I wanted to send it to Germany, I could send it to different nations as well that aren't part of the game. So like the Bahamas, I can send one to the Bahamas. I have already sent them out. I have 3 scouts. We started off with the 1-star, in which we sent out to Serbia for 3 months. And then we got lucky and got a 4-star, 3-star, which we could afford. We had $2 million in our budget. We could afford this guy somehow. He was only, I believe he was 785K. And we're going to send him to Germany for 9 months. He's going to be the main scout for the first couple of seasons. And then Arthur Duchman, we sent to Belgium for 3 months for what was 127K this guy costed. So there is that. Our budget is nearly pretty much gone. We have $1 million in our budget, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to be able to sign anyone. We can sign youth players. Maybe down the line we'll figure out whether or not that goes, but for now we also have a Youth Academy, and I have it to where I can promote players that are 15 years old. So 15-year-olds can come into the team. But looking at this, we have 3 keepers here. One who has decent potential, one who has great potential is just not there yet, and then the highest overall actually has the worst potential, which is kind of ironic there. This guy is 6'6", Ronan Rooney. He might be the key player from Northern Ireland. We have one center back that's 55. His potential is already worse than that. So it's interesting there. We have Barry Moore as a right wing back who's 47 rated. We have a center defensive mid who is 43 rated. We have a Cam who is 63 rated with the potential of 67 to 91. So that's interesting to see there. We have a center forward who is 60 overall, a 64 to 88 potential, and then a striker here, 48 overall, who I'm thinking might not be a striker. It might be something else, just looking at the rating there, and maybe he is a striker actually. Wow, maybe he is a striker. He's just a god-awful one. Is this guy a striker or is this guy something else? This guy could be probably a winger, to be honest. He really could be a winger, like a right winger. His crossing is there. Can he be a striker? 81 weeks for a striker. That's actually insane. He could be a cam. I'm going to push him. No, I'm not going to push him to cam because we have a cam. I'm going to push him to right winger. And then this guy, he's going to be striker. He's just going to be awful. To be honest, that's just as bad as this. I'm going to promote all these guys. They're all going to come to a team. And I'm going to start selling guys as well. Alright, we needed a team before the 22nd, so I went ahead and just triggered a actual thing anyway. I am looking to look out to loan out Rooney. We do have 3 goalkeepers. We don't need 3 goalkeepers, so we're going to loan out one of them, and it is going to be Rooney. The highest overall, or the highest potential of the 3, but the lowest overall, so we're going to try and loan him out. So here we are. The first half decent scout report. It's obviously not going to be the best, especially the only one that might be good is Germany, but we are going to bring in everybody. I just don't want to bring in goalkeepers. I can't lie. I'm not bringing him. I'm not bringing in a goalkeeper. Those are the only players I won't bring in because I just don't need goalkeepers. I've got enough already. Everybody else can come into the team, and hopefully a lot of these players are going to be half usable. The youth development objective is obviously going to be triggered. And here we go, Germany. The first scout report from Germany. We are going to get another one in a little couple days. But we just had to boost the squad so I can play that first game of the season and have a half-decent team to play with. And we get a goalkeeper, of course we do. Is this going to be a full 11? I mean, players are going to be out of position. So we get a, can I make a position? Yes, we get a left back. We get a right back. We actually get 2 right backs. We get a CDM again. We get a left mid. We get a left mid. We get a center mid. We get a left winger. We get a right winger. We get a right winger. I have 3 right wingers now because I changed one. I changed that center forward to a right winger. So we are going here and swap out a lot of these guys. We might have to play that 4-2-4-2 kind of holding. What is it? This one? 4-3-3 defend. So I don't know if I have a cam. I do have a cam actually. I do have a cam, so we could do this, I guess, technically. Do we have a cam? Yeah, we do have a cam. Let me do this. I'll be back in a second. All right, we have a full team here of a whole starting 11 plus the bench. So we have Sanchez at striker. We have Martinez at cam. Simon on the left-hand side. Haas down the right-hand side. Sosa and Dames in the midfield duo with Braun, Jansen, Radu, Adam. A back four that is all right-footed. I mean, all left-footed, I should say. That's interesting. Our right wing back is left-footed. Schmidt as a left-footed. We have Rooney, who's on the reserves. We have Jovanic, who's going to play as a backup striker right now. Actually, it's going to be Sagna who's going to play as a backup striker. Braun as a backup cam. Jovanic and Volk as our winger backups options as well. That's the starting 11 that we are going to start with, at least for the first game of the season. First game against Lübeck. I was close between Lübeck and Freiburg too. We chose Freiburg too, and let's jump into it now and play against our first game in the 3rd division of the Bundesliga, of the German leagues, not the Bundesliga, just the German leagues, the 3rd division here. Let's see if we can get off to a bright start. Lübeck is one of the worst teams. They are the 2nd worst team in real life. Freiburg is the worst. That's why we've chose them. And that's why I was close to choosing Lübeck. But obviously FC is different, and our youth academy team is a lot worse than the actual starting 11 of the regular team. So really don't see it going too well. I can't lie. We are on ultimate as well. Simon now down the left-hand side. Simon, can we get an early start to the first half here? It's Simon. He's going to cut in on his right foot, and that's off target awfully. Hopman, and it's 1-0 for Lübeck. They get the first goal, and we concede the first goal. Braheims, Okano, and Okano. Jensen with the second save. We are going to go halftime down 1-0 here in our first game of the season. Hopman. Burang, just 2-0. He lifts it over the keeper, and Sagna is going to come on for Haas. Braun now. We might have one more opportunity to score our first goal of the season. It's going to have to be now. It's going to have to be quick. Jovanic, heavy touch away. Second heavy touch away. Can he get to the 3rd ball? Surely a foul, referee. No. That is game over. A 2-0 loss in our first game of the season. Unfortunate. And Ronan Rooney has been loaned out to Oxford United for 12 months. We'll see whether he can get some game time there at Oxford to grow. And we are going to quick sim this game here against TSV because I kind of want that second scout report at the first of the month. It's a 1-1 draw. Haas scores the first goal for the club. The first real scout report. We are still going to bring in everybody in. We're going to try this time not to bring them in permanently, but offer position changes for some guys to see whether or not they are better at some positions instead of just pressure signing them. That way we have enough players to play that first game of the season. We're still not going to bring in goalkeepers unless they're absolutely insane, and this guy is all over the place, which is never a good sign. It's never a good sign to have somebody all over the place. Oh my God, 31 overall. That's brutal. There's no way he's a 31 overall as a center back, surely, right? That's insane. I'm going to figure out what these guys' best positions are and then get them training to those positions. All right, here we go. A lot of these guys are position changes. A lot of these guys are just training up in the same position to get them a little bit better. So this guy, Nathan Matthew, is a right midfielder. His best opportunity is a right midfielder. It's going to take 30-odd weeks for him to do that, so we might have to bring him in, try and get him on great form, and see if we can do it a little bit quicker. Nezovic is more than a center mid. He could still play right back, but even right mid as well. I think that's a possibility for him, but we are going to transition him into a center mid. Beck is going to be transitioning backwards into a center back. Schneider Fisher is going to stay as a left winger. We're just boosting his weak foot and other stats in that area. Same kind of goes for Simon, except we're boosting his skill moves and his more crossing winger stats there. Fisher is turning into a center back. That should take about a month times. Grob is turning into a striker, so from a center forward to a striker. This time not taking the 81 weeks as sometimes center forwards do. It's going to be a striker in 8 weeks, so too much for him. And then Stevens, who is 36 overall, we are transitioning him into a left back, and that should only take 2 to 4 weeks as well, and he should be a relatively decent enough left back. So the only guys that I could really bring in that could play instantly are these two guys. I could bring these other guys and play them in those change positions already, which I might do that, but I think I would rather wait a little bit. We are going to go ahead and end the episode there. I know it's kind of a short one, and just to show y'all real quick, to say the players that we have sold a couple of real-life players. We have sold Bauer for Paris FC for 900K. We have sold Wickloff. We have sold Stark, Stoter, Brewing, Farner, Li Jinghan, Schneller, Bayubi, Leinhard, Augubus, Braun Schumacher, and then we obviously loaned out Rooney. We are on the market of possibly loaning out some more youth academy players as we bring in more. We still have one more month left of the transfer window, and when we come back, we will play some more games. We have the first round of the DFB Pro Cal. We'll see how much of a run we can make against them, see if we can face off against Freiburg in the Cup. That would be interesting if that's a possibility. But obviously we got to get past Haiching, who I'm assuming is in the same division as us, if I'm not mistaken. And in fact, where are they? They also drew and lost their first 2 games as well, so we're right there with them. Top of the table, who has won their first 2? Oh, we have Dortmund 2 in here as well. We could have went to Dortmund 2. That could have been interesting, maybe. But Lubeck, the team that is currently sitting second last in the league real life, have 2 wins out of their first 2 games, so that's interesting. First 2 are automatically promoted. Third is the playoff with the second division relegation playoff team. So that's how that works in the Bundesliga. Obviously, bottom 2 get relegated. The third bottom gets the playoff with the third top in the league below, to see who stays or goes up, yada ying, to see where they go at, whether or not, yeah, you know the drill. That's the end of this first episode. We'll be back with more on possibly Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, who knows. I'm not sure yet what the schedule I want to keep between at least this and the player career mode. At the moment, that's only 2 series I'm going to have running for a little bit. I might start throwing in at least a weekly episode of some type of Football Manager. I just don't know. I get bored of Football Manager now really easily, as if it's not Arsenal, and the only save I've done is Arsenal. So we'll see what that happens with there. Well, I don't know what's going to happen there. Go and leave a like, subscribe. Let's get this channel up to 150 subs. Remember, 150 subs by the end of May. A giveaway